In this video we're going to take a look at Nokia's DT-601 wireless charging accessory. This lets you charge your phone without having to plug it in. It's really the second generation of Nokia's Qi compatible wireless chargers. This charging pad really notable because it's quite a bit smaller than what was available before, and it's also possible to power it by USB, but to see that I'm going to have to open it up so we can take a closer look. So lift the flap at the bottom of the box here and take out the box here. Now you can see here this is the kind of the round pad here, the red colour. It comes in a variety of other colours as well, the typical cyans and yellows, black and white as well. You can see there, follow where the cable goes, pull it out, and there we go. We've got a USB port on the end. That means you can plug it into your laptop and charge up your phone easily. But of course we've also got in the bottom here the standard plug it into the wall. So you can use both options there. I like the flexibility of that. In there we've also got the leaflet, some instructions plus warranty information. So we'll just come back to the charge remote. You can see here there's a round thing. You just place your phone on there. Let's just compare it to the predecessor accessory. It's still available, of course. This is the DT-900. You can see it's significantly bigger. We're talking about, well, it's 65 millimeters round, this 601 versus 60 times 120 millimeters, so roughly half the size. This 601 is also slightly thinner as well, but more importantly it's lighter, 55 grams versus 93 grams. And so in terms of portability, this 601 really wins out. And so also with the USB on the end, it makes it easy to charge from a laptop or something like that. That's important because let's just compare here. We've got the kind of mains charger for the 900 here. That's the only thing you can plug into the wall and get the previous charging pad, the DT-900, working. You compare that to being able to plug it in with something like that. Obviously there's a big difference in size, what you have to carry about. I'm just going to show you that. I'll go and get a plug and get this plugged in and you can see it in operation. But really that's the main point about the 601, the fact that it's smaller than its predecessor. I think it's a really nice touch, and it's still relatively easy to use. It balances. The one thing you do need to be aware of course, is that in terms of the input, you've got this coming off USB power, so that's a maximum of 5 volts, it's direct current, versus the input voltage of, it's going to be 100 to 240 volts alternating current when you're using the mains charger of the DT-900. That may mean in some circumstances that the 601 will charge up more slowly than the 900. That's really going to be when you're coming off a limited power USB port. I'm not sure how much that matters for wireless charging. The whole point about wireless charging, you kind of keep your phone on it, top it up when you need it. It's not really about fast charging, but it's probably something you should be aware of. The other thing to be aware of is that the standby charge, kind of what the amount of power that's drawn when this is plugged in but not in use, is higher on this DT-601, about 150 milliwatts compared to about 30 milliwatts on the DT-900. So this DT-900 in that sense is more environmentally friendly and better to leave plugged in all the time. As I say, the 601 kind of strikes me as something that you keep in your bag and charge from your laptop, portable maybe when you're traveling, whereas this DT-900 is something you'd have all the time at home. I'd certainly use both of these accessories. I have several charging pads around, and the DT-601 is going to be a nice complement, particularly when I'm traveling. I've now got both of these wireless charging pads plugged in. One other thing to note with the DT-601, it does come with a handy cable tie. Lets you wrap up the cable, make it a little bit tidier. Again, it kind of reflects the idea that you're going to be using this DT-601 kind of as a portable charging pad. There are some things to note with the smaller size. You do have to be a little more careful about how you position it on the pad. You can see there I put it on the upper end. I have to actually line up the charging coil, so if I just push that up a little bit, you'll see it will start charging. On the DT-900, you can be, you can be, I think, less accurate with the way you're putting it on there, reflecting the fact there's coils are not quite so fussy about the positioning. So that is, I guess, something that's important to note. Of course, with all of these devices, you either need to have the Qi wireless charging built in or get one of the cases that lets you have a wireless charging cable. This is for the Lumia 925. You can also get these for the Lumia 720 and for the 1020. Of course, Qi wireless charging is built into the 1520, apart from the AT&T model, and it's also built into the Lumia 920. You can also get charging cables for things like the Lumia 820, and these will all work with this this new DT-601 product. I think it's, to say, a really nice addition to the range. It's ideal for those looking for kind of something they want to take around with them. A real advantage being able to plug it into a USB port, charge from your laptop, although a lot of the time in order to get kind of the maximum recharge rate, you are better advice to plug it into the wall. So there we go, there's a quick look at the Nokia DT-601, the latest in the Qi wireless charging range from Nokia.